Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. So this morning, it is July 3rd, 2023, and I am looking at Proverbs chapter 3, yes. And in looking at Proverbs chapter 3, I'm going to look at verse 33 today. Proverbs 3 verse 33 says this: "The Lord's curse is on the household of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous." It's interesting that we have a concept of the word curse. And maybe you don't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've always grown up with the concept of curse being an evil spell. That's the way I've always translated that word in my head. Maybe you don't see it that way. I hope not, because the reality of the word, it means the consequences. The consequences, the Lord's consequences are on the household of the wicked, but his blessings are on the home of the righteous. Yeah, isn't that really true, though? I mean, everywhere in the Bible where Jesus says, if you do the right thing, you'll get these. And if you do this evil thing, you'll get this. It's not a evil spell that he's casting on someone. It's him pronouncing the consequences. He sets boundaries for us and says, if you cross the boundary, this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you ahead of time so you don't have to have those bad things happen in your life. And yet, when bad things happen in our lives, we get mad at God because, well, it happened the way he said it was going to happen, and that's not fair. Or we might even be so bold as to say he's not giving grace and mercy, even though we deserved the consequences months ago, and he's waited and waited, giving us chance after chance to overcome the problem. Verse 33, the Lord's curse is on the household of the wicked. It's not an evil spell. It's not a punishment as vindictive punishment. It is literally, I told you what was going to happen, and because I'm a just God, I don't have a choice but to have the consequence be real. I'm going to give you a chance, but the consequence is going to be real. God is such a loving God, and we don't see love in consequences because, well, consequences are painful. But the reality is that word curse, it doesn't mean hate. It doesn't mean evil. It doesn't mean wicked. It means I've given you lots of warnings, and now because I am just, I can't hold back the consequence anymore. You know, God loves us so much that he would give us that warning ahead of time. God loves you today. What are you going to do with the warnings he's put in front of you? Are you going to keep ignoring them, or are you going to move forward with the way he calls you to live? Sometimes that's really hard to do, but when it comes down to it, it's just a decision. Sometimes the hardest things to do in the world are the decisions to do the right thing, or a decision not to do a wrong thing, which is the decision to do a right thing. Just my thoughts for today. Guys, I love you tremendously, and I'm looking forward to what the years, months, weeks, years to come share for us. Let's keep doing this every day. I enjoy our time together. God bless.